Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Gordon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You ready, guys? The May regular meeting is called to order at 7 p.m. by Board President Eric Stroud, members present, Josh Bowen, Carrie Engel, and Christina Gunner. Agenda and minutes recommendations. Adoption of the agenda. It is recommended that the agenda for the May 9th, 2024 regular meeting be approved as presented with additions, corrections, or deletions as recommended by the board.
Mr. President, I do have some late items. This is on the next to last page of the agenda. I'll read these out. Alan Fessel, retirement effective August 31st, 2024. Bud Dykus, appointment high school JV baseball coach, 2024 season split pay. Will Davis, appointment high school baseball assistant coach, 2024 season split pay. Lincoln Jones, appointment high school baseball assistant coach, 2024 split pay.
All right. Anything else?
That is it.
May I have a motion to approve this agenda item?
Mr. President, I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion carries 4-0. Approval of minutes. It is recommended that the minutes from the April 11th, 2024 executive session and regular meeting, April 22nd, 2024 executive session, and April 29th, 2024 special meeting be approved as presented. May I have a motion to approve this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
Mr. President, I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Engel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Participation in a school board meeting. Anyone want to participate?
All right, we'll move on to business office recommendations. Approval of claims. It is recommended that claim numbers 41,310 through 41,527 be approved as presented.
May I have a motion to approve this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Bowen. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mrs. Gunter. Are there any questions, comments?
I have 3 questions on 3 different claims, please.
All right, fire away.
First one is 41369.
We're getting there. I think I got my glasses. Can you give me that number one more time?
That's okay. 41369.
I have it, Ms. Gunter.
Okay. I know it's a very large expense and it is a repair, but I would just like explanation, please.
Okay, yes, this would be for our middle school, the area over the band room. I know Ms. Gordon is here tonight, so we won't ask her to speak on it because she may keep us here till 9 o'clock. But we've had some real issues with the roof right above the middle school band room. This was expected after the renovation because this was an area that did not get touched with roof repair. So that is what that is, and the expense of $19,600. We did reach out and get 3 quotes for that, and 3 Roofing is doing that project for us, and that is the first installment of 2.
Okay, thank you.
Has the work begun on that?
I do not believe they have started on that yet. I know we had a preliminary meeting last week. Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Yes, hopefully sooner than later.
We've had a lot of rain lately.
A lot of rain. That part of the roof only leaks when it rains,
Well, hopefully,
which anymore is every day. So.
Every day. All right, the next one is 41354.
Let's see if I can find this one fast. All right. Oh yes. This is in our high school. Huntingburg Machine Works did the work. This is $8,813.92. These were for high school drains and vent repair. To be quite honest, some of the restroom facilities, and I won't go into great detail, but they were causing a pretty substantial smell. And whenever we had a group come in and look at it, they said they have never seen anything like this, the amount of buildup in our pipes that was causing this kind of funk, for lack of a better term, in our high school. So I wouldn't want to go to class where I had a smell. I wouldn't want my kids to go to class where there was a smell. And I surely don't want our kids here at North Harrison to be in that spot either. So this is one of those things that we fixed, but again, it was a pretty good amount there.
Right, right. My husband taught in that area of the school, and he said it smelled for years. So now we know why.
and that's the pictures that you sent us?
Yes, those are
Yeah.
pictures of the
Yeah.
pipes.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for those pictures.
You are very welcome.
I don't know what we're feeding our kids. So let me tell you, they can corrode some pipes. All right, the next one is 41334. I'd just like to bring attention to this one, because I think this one's very interesting. Purchase.
All right. Oh, yes, this is from the Harrison County Community Foundation. Again, we always want to pay homage and give our shout out to the Community Foundation. They really support our academics and our programs here at North Harrison, especially with the monetary donations that they provide. This was $8,295.34 from the Harrison County Community Foundation for a laser engraver and supplies for our STEAM lab at the high school. So again, something that we're very appreciative for, and they are certainly in support of our STEM and STEAM initiatives.
I know they also helped with the 3D printer, correct?
Absolutely, they do.
Yeah. So our STEAM program is really taking on, so I just want to bring attention to that. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Anybody else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
All right. Approval of payrolls. It is recommended that regular payrolls for May 24, 2024 and June 7, 2024 be approved for payment.
May I have a motion for this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Bowen. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mrs. Gunter. Any questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
It is recommended that the bank reconciliation from April 30th, 2024 be approved as presented.
May I have a motion for this agenda item? Motion made by Mr. Engel. Could I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
We are now honored to have our North Harrison FFA chapter to conduct a presentation for us. So I'm going to turn it over to them and their sponsor, Mrs. Darcy Kamer. Board, if you would like, you can certainly move into the audience, or if you can see from here, you're welcome to stay in your seat. But we'll turn it over to our FFA group.
Okay, so first Nathan Freed was unable to attend our banquet in March, so we would like to take a moment to recognize him tonight.
You had to throw me under the bus. I had to tell them that. Go
Mr.
ahead.
Nathan Freed, could you please come forward?
Maybe you're not throwing it. And I do apologize.
It is always a pleasure to receive honorary members into the FFA. The purpose of this ceremony is to recognize from time to time the efforts of others made on our behalf. Mr. Kinsey, please read the section of the National Constitution which provides for honorary membership.
Honorary membership. Farmers, school superintendents, principals, members of the Board of Education, chapter advisors, teachers, staff members in agriculture education, business people, and others who are helping to advance agriculture education and the FFA and who are rendered outstanding service may be elected to honorary membership by a majority vote of the members present at any regular meeting or convention. Mr. Nathan Freed.
Thank you. I'm very welcome. And I am sorry that I missed the banquet. I received text messages for about 30 straight minutes. People that were in attendance telling me I just wanted to do it. I am very honored about it. Thank you very much.
Hi, we are North Harrison FFA chapter. Today we will be presenting a proposed solar panel farm. So basically in our time as the FFA, we do this competition called Envirothon. In Envirothon, we have to use different aspects of the environment like wildlife, soils, aquatics, current event, and forestry. During our time competing in Envirothon, we placed third in the area contest, moving on to state. In state, we placed 7th. As well as in state, we had to present our project, and we placed 2nd in the oral presentations.
So, what is the issue? So, North Harrison is in the very southern region of our state in Harrison County, obviously. So, our school mainly runs off of our county mainly runs off of non-renewable energy. These are based out of Harrison County RMC and Duke Energy. These are our 2 main energy sources. So right now we have mainly non-renewable energy, but we do have 1 solar panel farm. This is the one in Lanesville. If you look off Interstate 64 to the left, if you're heading towards like New Albany, you can see it there. This can power up to 150 homes yearly. So we would like to just increase that and get our renewable energy working in our school. So Harrison County RMC receives energy from Hoosier Energy, which is up in Indianapolis and like Bloomington, I think. Yeah. And so they get their energy from mainly 52% of coal. But as a whole, Indiana has 12% of renewable energy and then 10% of wind energy. The wind energy mainly comes from up north, like in Terre Haute and that kind of stuff, because it's flatter ground, so they can use the wind panels. So our solar panels will also help reduce fossil fuel usage in our county and in our state as a whole, and it'll make our community more environmentally friendly.
Our vision is to create a more sustainable energy source with minimal harm to the environment. We have contacted a local company, Blue River Solar, to install our solar panels. These solar panels will be 6.5 foot by 3.25 foot large. With using an acre plot, we will have to install over 2,000 solar panels. These solar panels will connect to an inverter and it will send clean energy to our school and local businesses. The solar panels will decrease our dependence on non-renewable energy and upgrade our outlook and outreach as a school.
Another major part of our plan is that we wanted to really promote biodiversity in the area. So that would mean improving the wildlife and the forested areas around the area we plan to install the solar panels. So we plan to do a lot of timber stand improvement to improve those forested areas and also plant native grasses to help benefit our wildlife. We also really want to help inspire others to become more green. We hope that our school, being in a central area, will inspire surrounding community members to possibly switch to clean energy, because it just takes one small movement to become a big wave for your community.
So where we're planning to put these solar panels is right in that red rectangle there. This is about an acre plot, and it's owned by the North Harrison Community School Corporation. The North Harrison Community School Board has agreed to let us use this land. The property is great for the solar panels because it doesn't have any shade, so we will get plenty of sunlight throughout the day to help power our school. And this land is also open and unused, minus having the cross-country course, but we hope to keep the cross-country course with our solar panels and not have it interfere with that in any way.
So the area where our solar panels will go, there is a little bit of a soil problem, but we'll figure that out. So the soil is karst, which means it's where bedrock dissolves and it turns into sinkholes. So there is a sinkhole adjacent to our solar panels, but we will make sure that we put a 25-foot buffer zone to make sure that no runoff or any other whatever goes in it will go into the sinkhole and into our water system. The solar panels will help keep our soil temperatures low, which is very good for our pH levels. And the pH levels control acidity and bacteria growth, according to Soluble Soil Consulting. We will ensure that there is erosion control with native plants that will be planted there.
We plan to execute TSI, so that will be removing all the dead trees around the surrounding land. This will overall improve the quality of our forest and give our solar panels more sun. After we do this, our local SWCD has a local tree giveaway every year. We will be getting these trees and replanting them throughout the forest in a different location so that it does not diminish the sunlight to our solar panels. This will overall make the area more aesthetically pleasing and beautify the land.
To upgrade the wildlife aspect of our solar panels, we will first begin by planting wildlife seeds inside the solar panel farm. This will provide protection for small animals like birds, rabbits, and squirrels. It will also give them a sustainable food source. Outside of our solar panel farm, we will install and plant a 25-foot buffer zone with plants provided by SWCD. These will be a wildlife food plot for deer, turkey, and birds.
So as we talked about earlier, a major part of Envirothon is how solving these problems affects our environment. A major part of that is aquatics, which we would have a few issues with solar panels. The major one is water pollution. When not well maintained, solar panels can leak rust and heavy metals into the soil. This would be a problem since we're on karst ground and the sinkholes lead directly to our water sources. However, with proper maintenance and upkeep, this shouldn't pose an issue, and in most studies, it isn't an issue as long as the solar panels are well kept. Another worry concern that we had was erosion. Once again, with it being so close to a major water source, a lot of Harrison County uses groundwater, but two birds with one stone, by planting the native grasses to benefit our wildlife, we will also do a lot of erosion control. And as Abby said earlier, we will have a buffer zone and all these things to help mitigate this issue. But overall, non-renewable energy production uses mass amounts of water, specifically coal. It pollutes mass amounts of water, both in transportation and the creation of energy from coal and other fossil fuels. So by promoting solar panels and hopefully making this a more accessible thing for our community to use, we hope to mitigate the effects of water pollution overall. So even though there are some downsides to our aquatic environments with solar panels, the benefits are there and they're huge. They just take time.
So as we know, our community is not very familiar with solar panels. So we do hope to diversify our community by bringing in new businesses whenever they look to us and say, oh, they have solar panels, we need solar panels. So this will bring in new businesses, and this will also help us save so much money. Currently, we spend over $20,000 a month and over $240,000 a year buying energy from our REMC. With the money that we save from having solar panels instead of non-renewable energy, we will be able to buy newer resources and fund community programs.
One of the main challenges to our solar panel farm is cost. However, there are many ways to get around this, such as grants. Our local community foundation offers grants to capital projects, such as school-related projects. They will match any funds fundraised or already had, that does not exceed $250,000. Furthermore, if we have excess energy, local energy companies often offer to buy that energy and sell it to consumers.
The other major concern outside of cost would be the management. As stated earlier, we would need a lot of upkeep to prevent harmful runoff from entering our water sources. However, we have a very evolved agriculture and science department. So we would hope to train student volunteers from our power agriculture classes and possibly our environmental sciences classes on the basic upkeep and care needed not just for the solar panels, but also for the native grasses and those types of things. Because when not well maintained, food plots can very easily sprout trees. But we hope this would be a very unique opportunity for our students that other schools will definitely not have. And we would also look for parent volunteers or adult volunteers to help during summer months or with potentially hazardous repairs. But this would be a very good opportunity for our school and students as a whole.
So in conclusion, overall our solar panels will help our school and business save money and to use renewable energy sources in a better way. We hope to inspire other communities to use more renewable energy and become more environmentally friendly. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
Obviously these are some more of my bright students that I had back in my middle school days. Could you just step to the mic and just give us your name and your grade so we can recognize all of you here at the end? You did a fantastic job.
I'm Mackenzie Foreman and I'm a senior this year.
I'm Abby Bush, I'm also a senior.
I'm Cooper Clooney and I'm a freshman.
I'm Isaac First, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Madeline Spencer, and I'm a sophomore.
Fantastic. Thank you guys. Very nice job. Thank you. It's interesting that you brought this topic because I've actually been in discussion with a couple of different groups involving solar panels. So we're waiting to hear back from one particular to come out here in the next week or so and see if there's anything that we can do or what they can do for us to go along with your presentation. So again, thank you very much. Great job. Okay, again, very proud. Our FFA chapter, like many of our clubs and chapters and groups, just does an outstanding job. So it's always nice to hear from them. Appreciate your time and presenting for us tonight. It's always tough to present. You guys did an outstanding job, so thank you again. Personnel, resignations, retirements. Philip Dicer, North Harrison High School math teacher, effective end of 2023-24 school year. Samantha Duffy, North Harrison High School instructional assistant, effective April 19, 2024. Roberta Bowman, North Harrison special education teacher, effective end of 23-24 school year.
May I have a motion to approve this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Appointments, okay, this is a long one, we're going to continue into the next page here. Danny Johnson, North Harrison High School Counselor, 24-25 school year. Rhonda Rowe, North Harrison High School Spring Play Sponsor, 2024. Stephanie Winning, Morgan 4th and 5th grade summer school teacher, 2024. Kaylee Adams, Morgan 2nd and 3rd grade summer school teacher, 2024. Kara Walters, Morgan kindergarten and 1st grade summer school teacher, 2024. Lori Renner, Morgan Irene remediation summer school teacher, 2024. Lori Forrest, Morgan summer school instructional assistant, 2024. Sandy Rudolph, Morgan summer school instructional assistant, 2024. Crystal Schillmiller, Morgan summer school instructional assistant, 2024. Tammy Zabel, Morgan summer school administrator, 2024. Chuck Walker, North Harrison Middle School summer teacher, 2024. Tracy Blackburn, North Harrison Middle School Summer School Instructional Assistant, 2024 split pay. Stephanie Deaton, North Harrison Middle School Summer School Instructional Assistant, 2024 split pay. Teresa Black, North Harrison Elementary Summer School Teacher, 2024. Shelley Zabel, North Harrison Elementary Summer School Teacher, 2024. Amanda King, North Harrison Elementary Summer School Teacher, 2024. Rhonda Llewellyn, North Harrison Elementary Summer School Instructional Assistant, 2024. Tony Rowe, North Harrison High School Summer School Teacher, 2024. Tracy Kearns, North Harrison High School Summer School Teacher. That's hard to say when you say it about 20 times, 2024. Kevin Fesson, North Harrison Middle School Dean of Students, beginning of 2024-25 school year. Jennifer Gordon, North Harrison High School Summer Band Instructor, summer 2024. Jasmine Turner, North Harrison High School Drumline Director, effective summer 2024. Corey Oney, North Harrison High School Drumline Assistant, effective summer 2024. Liliana Velasco, North Harrison High School Guard Director, effective summer 2024. Sarah Miller Morris, North Harrison High School Guard Assistant, effective summer 2024. Alex Wells, North Harrison High School Marching Team, effective summer 2024.
Take a drink of water.
Ooh, goodness, thank you.
May I have a motion to approve this agenda item?
I'll make a motion, Mr. President.
Motion made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mrs. Gunter. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Other items, it is recommended to approve the following student handbooks: North Harrison High School, North Harrison Middle School, North Harrison Elementary School, and Morgan Elementary School. I did want to mention that our handbooks are very, very similar, pretty much the same, or they are the same as last year. There is one change that we are making, and that is to our vaping policy. As we begin to do more research and our school safety specialists, the training that they went to redeem and recertify, language that kept coming out was education, education, education. The suspending kids and things of that nature is not shown to really deter kids from vaping. The main focus is on education. Obviously, there still has to be a consequence, but we're looking at changing first and second offenses to in-school suspension with that education component. Probably will be a vape educate course where students will have to take and complete, showing the dangers. It's, I believe, a 4 to 6 hour course. So anyone that gets caught with a regular vaping instrument will have to run through that course, serve in-school suspension time. On the third offense, we do ramp it up, involving probation and citations. But really just trying to focus on the education piece for our kids, because I know vaping is an extremely tough issue that our kids are finding. So other than that, the handbooks are the same.
And this vape education is being paid for from the Jewel lawsuit that we
Yes,
money
thank
from,
you,
correct?
thank you for mentioning that, yes. We will pay for those site licenses for our kiddos and won't be charged to the parent or the kid. If you remember, we did receive monies from that Jewel litigation lawsuit, so we will use those funds to pay for those site licenses. Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Gunter. Could I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. Are there any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
It is recommended that the board approve the second reading and approval of Neola Volume 35, Number 2, April 2023 Corporation Policy Update as required by state statute, legislative updates, and federal law.
May I have a motion to approve this item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Bowen. Could I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Engel. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
It is recommended that the board acknowledge the first reading of Neola Volume 36, Number 1, March 2024 Corporation Policy Update as required by statute, legislative updates, and federal law.
May I have a motion for this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mrs. Gunter. Are there any questions or comments?
Just real quick, Mr. President, this language will contain the new statute involving cell phone use during instruction time. Our corporation already had this policy in place, but now it's Indiana code, so that will be mentioned in there. And also, the state's wish to help in tracking, deterring truancy and absenteeism. Those will be a couple of policies that will be looking through this current selection.
Anything else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
It is recommended to approve the contract with AA Services LLC in the amount of $184,000 for the construction of a storage building. Again, this is that storage building that we talked about last month. We did the open bids here in public. It will be by the bus compound. This is that contract that Mr. Berger has prepared for us.
May I have a motion for this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. Any questions or comments?
We're gonna have the FFA check the soil over there.
I think we should.
The soil testing.
Well, a lot of that depends on our time frame with the, well, we need to start it sooner than later. We are hoping in the contract, I sat down with AA Services, so hopefully in the next month or two is our plan. We kind of tentatively looked at June 1st. That may be a little too aggressive as far as getting materials and things going, but hopefully in the next 2 months for sure is our plan.
Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Proposal of modification of employment contract, severance agreement, and release agreement.
May I have a motion?
Yeah, so what you have here before the board is you have a modification agreement that relates to the employment of Dr. Steve Hatton as the Assistant Superintendent at North Harrison Community School Corporation. As the board is aware, Mr. Hatton is employed under a regular teacher contract and an addendum to that contract that provides his employment from July 1 of 2022 through June 30th of 2025. Under the provisions of Indiana Code 2028-83, contract of assistant superintendent can be modified prior to the termination date upon agreement of the parties. In addition, the addendum section 4A of the existing contract with Dr. Hatton allows for the modification of that contract upon mutual agreement of the parties. The board and Mr. Hatton have entered into a proposed agreement that would modify the terms of his contract that would result on that contract end date being June 30th of 2024. And the terms and conditions set forth in this agreement outline the terms that the parties both have agreed upon with that contract ending at the end of the current school year.
May I have a motion for this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Awarding of bids for the North Harrison Elementary Construction and Renovation Project, Tower Pinker Architects. We are going to take this under consideration. No action on this item will take place. The board is currently reviewing those submitted bids for that project. So no action on item number 6. We do not have any discussion items or informational items, so that will move us to late items. Alan Fessel, retirement, effective August 31st, 2024. Bud Dykes, appointment, high school JV baseball coach, 2024 season, split pay. Will Davis, appointment, high school baseball assistant coach, 2024 season, split pay. Lincoln Jones, appointment, high school baseball assistant coach, 2024 split pay.
May I have a motion for this agenda item?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Engel. Are there any questions or comments?
So it's understood that the 3 baseball people are splitting one pay 3 ways, correct?
Two pays, 3 ways.
2
Yes.
pays 3 ways.
3 of our baseball coaches are going to split the 2 paid positions so that they each get a third of that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Board member communication. Mr. Bowen?
Sure, I want to thank the FFA for their presentation tonight and thank them for the fantastic pepper and tomato plants that I purchased on Monday. I might be back to see you tomorrow because I haven't had a chance to plant them yet, so I still have an opportunity to get a few more plants. Because the FFA is selling plants tomorrow, May 10th, Friday, at North Harrison Elementary from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And the band will have their plant sale on May 11th, Saturday. Get ready for Mother's Day there. You can get your big hanging plants and stuff, as well as garden plants. And you'll be outside at the Dollar Tree, right? I usually make it out there as well. So, besides Carriesville Greenhouse operation, the FFA and the band keep going each year. So we'll have plenty of candy going on in July if anybody wants to stop by.
And bring some jars, right?
Yes. BYOJ.
So, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Kenzie, how many days of school we got left?
Man, he stuff people every night.
Talking to our scholars there, they want to be here all summer.
Okay, I have 6.
6 days of school.
Yes, 6. She's out early.
Wow, the school year has gone by quickly. At some points it seems like it's dragging, but congratulations to our seniors that are here tonight. Very proud of you all, and thank you for trusting North Harrison with your education. Did already think. Plant sales. Tracy, how many plants you got? 10,000?
Me, Darcy, a bunch. We still have
Tracy, Darcy.
we have a greenhouse full, and all of our students grow them. So in our horticulture class, that's what we do. We grow all the plants from seeds or plugs. So it's all stuff the students have done.
Awesome. Ms. Gordon, how many plants you all got? You all, and those who are watching us online, make sure you patron both of these. This is for an amazing cause. Let's raise some money Then that's all I got.
Thank you, FFA, for that wonderful presentation. You got me sold, so I'm ready to buy some solar panels. Thank you for everybody that's attended tonight. Congratulations to our seniors as they wrap up their year. Just kind of a little FYI for people, Ivy Tech is offering free tuition and textbooks to all eligible Indiana high school students for the summer. So if you want to get in any kind of college courses, they are doing that. Just kind of a little update. I know I mentioned last month about the changes to the high school diploma. I spent a 1 hour on a Zoom meeting last week with the Indiana Department of Education representative, the Indiana State Board Association president, about 60 plus other school members from the state, from around the state, over the proposed high school diploma changes that, if approved this fall, will affect students starting with this year's 7th grade class. There's lots of changes, lots of flexibility, but you know there's going to be some growing pains to this. So I'm concerned personally, as a wife of a retired teacher and a mother to a future education major, that it may actually decrease the need for teachers in certain education fields. So I do highly encourage everyone to go online, look at these changes, and they are taking survey responses right now. So please do that. There's going to be lots of input and things going on before the changes are voted on in the fall. So thank you.
I don't have nothing left to say. Other than thanks for the presentation. Congratulations, Mr. Freed.
Thank you.
You should have been there to meet.
I know. Heck on. I do want to again say thank you to the FFA for the wonderful presentation and the honorary member award. That does mean a lot to me. So I'm very proud of you guys and everything that you do to go out there and represent our school and make us all very proud. And Mrs. Kamer and Mr. and Mrs. Sahlheber, all their involvement as well. Very time consuming. A lot of hours that you guys put in. So again, thank you for presenting tonight. Mr. Engel, I do know when the last day of school is. Yes, sir. It's May 22nd. That's a Wednesday. That's the last student day. May 24th, Friday night, will be our graduation ceremony this year. That will be at 7 p.m. Again, that's Friday, May 24th. I also wanted to recognize two of our retirees tonight. Alan Fessel, our custodial coordinator, and Bobby Bowman, one of our teachers at the elementary school. Both with over 30 years of service to our kids' community in North Harrison schools. So, you know, it's always tough when you lose really good people, and they will certainly be missed. So I just wanted to give them a quick moment of recognition. And that is all I have for tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming out. Have a good rest of your evening.
All right, I'm going to say one more thing, sorry. Shout out to all of our teachers. This is a Teacher Appreciation Week, too. I know they've been fed very well from what I've heard, so thank you.
I have something else, Mr. President.
Go ahead, Mr. Engel.
Ms. Kamer, after a short consultation with my fellow board member, Mr. Bowen, we would both like to be honorary members.
Well, you just said
Since
you got to start participating, Gary.
Yes, I'll come buy some more plants. And I'm sorry I missed the banquet.
Mr. Engel,
Yes, sir.
just so you know, I'm also an honorary member. I have one of those plaques at my house as well. Sorry, bud. Anything else? It is recommended that the meeting be adjourned at 7:44 p.m. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Bowen. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries forward. Thank you.